Imagine this, peak rush hour at a massive tech campus. The gate is absolutely chaotic, people are rushing to go home, and suddenly an angry employee bag check देने से मना कर दे. Employee bag check देने से मना कर दे तो आप क्या करेंगे? Do you force them? Do you just let them go? This is a high-stakes, adrenaline-pumping scenario, and your exact reaction in the next few seconds literally changes everything.
Welcome to the Corporate Security Leadership Academy. I've spent over 20 years as a global corporate security leadership coach, working directly with Fortune 500 companies and high-density data centers. And today, we are breaking down exactly how to resolve bag check refusals safely and professionally. We're shifting from basic guarding to true security leadership. Let's get into it.
Here is our quick agenda for this explainer. First, the bag check crisis. Second, master your humanware. Third, the refusal approach. Fourth, strategic disengagement. And finally, incident reporting and documentation.
Let's kick things off with Section 1, the bag check crisis and understanding the legal boundaries. A sudden refusal at the office gate creates instant, overwhelming stress. And why? Because you have a massive clash of interests here. On one hand, the employer has a strict legal right to protect the business. On the other hand, the employee feels unkind and keep privacy invade here. But in that high-stress moment, you must remember our absolute golden rule. Never physically force a search. Do not touch them. Listen to me carefully here. Using physical force to check a bag is a massive mistake. It can lead to severe legal consequences. Company pe aur aap pe lawsuits lag sakte hain for battery or false imprisonment. Do not touch the employee. Your true power is in your communication, not your physical force.
Moving on to Section 2, Master Your Humanware, which is all about de-escalation through body language.
To control a situation, you have to shift from being an enforcer to managing human emotion. The absolutely crucial point here is mastering your humanware. What exactly is that? It is your nonverbal, physiological control. See, your body language speaks way before you do. Never stand square chest to chest with an agitated person. Instead, stand at a slight angle in what we call an interview stance. This instantly makes you appear less confrontational, and it deeply respects untouched personal space. Our next core concept is the reactionary gap. You must maintain a safe distance of 6 to 8 feet from the individual. Why is this so important? Well, because this physical distance is critical for your personal safety. It gives your brain time to react if the situation turns violent, or employee ko bhi trapped ya cornered feel nahi hota. It's a win-win.
Let's look at the verbal side of things. A very common mistake is telling an agitated, angry person to calm down. Never say this. It completely invalidates on-cue frustration and usually just makes them angrier. The correct action? Active listening and validating their feelings. Just say, I see you have a concern, it shows you are listening, and it instantly lowers the temperature of the room.
Okay, Section 3, the refusal approach, your framework for gaining compliance.
When your initial polite request is ignored, it's time to use your secret weapon to encourage voluntary cooperation. Let's rapidly walk through these 6 steps using a real-world scenario. Step 1, ask to comply again. Please open your bag. Step 2, explain the legitimate reason. Company policy requires it for everyone's safety. Step 3, highlight the benefits. Once we clear this, you can head straight home. Step 4, outline the consequences. If you refuse, I will have to notify HR and your manager. Step 5, confirm their decision. Would you like me to check the bag or should I make that call? And Step 6, take action based entirely on their choice. Keep your tone firm, direct, and confident without ever being aggressive.
The big mistake here is arguing or getting sucked into a power struggle at the gate. Don't waste your time debating company policy. The correct action is offering structured choices and enforcing consequences. Accountability in kyo pradaldo. Aap comply karenge ya supervisor ko involve kare. You literally make them own the outcome of their decision.
That brings us to Section 4, strategic disengagement, knowing exactly when to pause.
Sometimes, despite your absolute best efforts, the employee's primitive brain senses a threat, they become hyper-aggressive, and the time for verbal de-escalation is completely over. You need to recognize this shift immediately. The absolute worst mistake you can make is staying in a hostile, dangerous confrontation. The correct action? Using a circuit breaker to reset the encounter. Take a strategic pause.
Say something simple like, "Let me get my supervisor to help sort this out," and then physically move yourself to a safer, controlled area behind a counter. It completely breaks their emotional momentum.
When you step back, you must rely on the official 6-step safety plan shown here. Stop, look, listen, evaluate, situational awareness is your absolute best defense. Always identify your nearest exits, know exactly where your address system is, and if your gut says something is wrong, disengage and get back up immediately.
Finally, Section 5, Incident Reporting and Documentation, which is all about administrative excellence.
Listen carefully to this one. An incident is never officially resolved until the paperwork is perfectly filed. Your physical job might be done, but your administrative job? It just started. Your search procedures guide explicitly states how to handle these events. Clear reporting and ensuring you always sought consent protects both you and the company from massive legal liability. Make no mistake, documentation is your ultimate shield against false claims.
When you sit down to write that report, use the 5W+H completeness checklist. Who was involved? What exactly happened? Where did it take place? When did it occur? Why did it happen? And how was it resolved? High-quality, detailed reports are strategic assets for your HR and legal departments. They literally prove that you are a top-tier professional.
Let's wrap things up with a quick recap and some final thoughts. All right, team, let's bring it all together now. I want your focus sharp here because these are the principles that will elevate your career and keep you safe on the floor. Here are your rapid-fire golden rules. Number 1, always maintain that reactionary gap of 6 to 8 feet. Number 2, never use physical force. Absolutely do not touch the employee. Number 3, use the structured refusal approach to force a choice. And number 4, document everything perfectly. Remember, your primary goal is to proactively lower the temperature of the interaction. I want to end this training explainer with one final provocative question for you to think about on your very next shift. Are you simply reacting to the crisis, or are you actively managing it? The best security professionals don't react, they manage. Stay safe out there, stay vigilant, and if this session helped you level up your skills today, drop a like, leave a comment below with your thoughts, and subscribe to the Corporate Security Leadership Academy.